Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello, hello. Hopefully you all are doing fantastic today. Oh my god, it took long. Bro, Pinky, shush. My stuff's all messed up. I was rushing. What's funny is I got everything done before I started streaming, and I was still later than I normally am. If I can't keep, bro, it's only been like 5 minutes, bro. Oh, hi, Biggie. I'm in a little bit of a, I'm in a bit of a, not a funk, I would say. I have some thoughts on some things, and I'm a little bit. I wouldn't even say agitated. It's just more so I have my thoughts on some stuff. And it's mainly pertaining to a couple of different communities, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I'm noticing this trend of excusing the actions. I guess it's like two opposite sides of the coin. There's one of being mad at people for very minimal things and then blowing it out of proportion. And then there's one of, I guess, trying to make a situation far more than what it actually is. Well, I guess both of them are like that. I'll kind of take it to the VTuber side first. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I'm seeing this opinion grow more and more. And I think it's very, very stupid. It's far reaching, like by a lot. For those who have kept up with me for a little bit, they know, you guys know that when it comes to the Cinder situation from a while back, and I know this is like bringing up old shit of stuff that happened, but when the Cinder situation happened, a lot of people were upset, obviously, and I am still upset about it too, because, well, it's a very horrible situation. For those who don't know, Cinder was one of the biggest VTubers in the space, and she is also a partial owner of GamerSubs, right, alongside Shy Lily. However, it came out that she was trying to she basically cheated on her boyfriend. Like, the worst thing apparently to some people was that they found out that this VTuber had a boyfriend. Shocker, someone has a boyfriend or girlfriend that you look up to. That's crazy. But she ended up cheating on him at some point. Basically was keeping her friends from business deals and opportunities with other people. Basically, like, pulling the rug out from under people and making them look to be like these horrible people, including one of my favorite VTubers, Bao. And then Shy Lily came out and said, no, fuck this, and came out and said all this stuff. Oh, hold on. There's another thing too. Where's my bot? Here we go. That'll be another situation I talk about. So, anyways, but we're looking into the whole situation together on stream. All of us were. I was covering the drama as it was unfolding, which I tend to do if it's big drama. Like I do like actually talking about that type of stuff and looking deeper into it. But the whole thing was that Cinder did a bunch of very, very horrible shit to her friends, treated them like garbage, kept them out of business deals, so on and so forth. Now, during this time, Nanolist, the model rigger and I guess in essence was the one that was like, you know, helping, or basically Cinder's like the one that Cinder would go to make her models and stuff like that. And what was crazy about this was that she wanted Nanolist to be exclusive to her only work on her projects, and this was hurting another one of Nanolist's big clients, Silvervale, right? And Silvervale is another VTuber in this space. Hi, Witchy. Hello. So yeah. For those who don't know what's been going on lately, Nanolist has worked on 2 major projects. One was one of Iron Mouse's new models, which is great. You know, the model is fantastic. She did such an amazing job. Love following Nanolist. She does such great work. And then just recently, for Shy Lily's big 1 million celebration, or 1 million subscribers on YouTube, made her model, and the model came out fantastic. Again, Nanolist does a very, very, very good job. However, people are under this impression, and I'm gonna read one of the comments specifically that talks about this because it's absolutely insane. Where is it? I gotta pull it up. Where is it? I just had it. Where the fuck is it? Anyways, it was basically saying that Shy Lily is a mean girl because she used Nanolist after dealing with the Cinder situation, and then is exclusively using her because Nanolist said she wasn't going to work on projects anytime soon. Now, it's a little bit annoying and it's a little bit frustrating to see a comment like this because that isn't at all what this was, and people tend to not either. They're so into Cinder as the online persona, the character, that they don't see what was actually going on, or they just refuse to read because Nanolist posted that she wasn't going to take any more ongoing commissions outside of what she had, which is true. Like, she did take on the Shy Lily one afterwards. However, what people don't understand is that she had just finished working on what looks to be 2 other projects that she, I believe, was working on the side. The first one was the Iron Mouse collab, or not collab, but the Iron Mouse model. And then the second one was a model and VTuber by the name of, what's her name? Melizondel, which that model looks absolutely great. She did such a great job on that one. I hope one day, like, to be one of the few male models that Nanolist works on, because my God, her ability to do models is fantastic. But yes, she was working on other projects. Now, I think once she finished the Iron Mouse model, she started working on Shy Lily stuff. And it could be even before that. It could be well before that. We don't know. Sometimes this stuff for models takes time. But to basically insinuate that somebody was being a mean girl and then now is trying to make nanolist exclusive to them after basically condemning somebody else for doing that, it's such a stupid take, because you could actually see the DMs of Cinder trying to make Nano be exclusive just to her. This is not an exclusivity deal. This is literally just somebody who commissioned them. And maybe it's just that Nano didn't want new projects. And I could say this because words are very misconstrued on the internet. I know, because I did it recently. I misunderstood what an artist was saying, and it turned out that I was wrong in some of my information, right? But that's where it boils down to, that reading is important and understanding the time frame of stuff. Shy Lily just doesn't get a new model in a week. That's not how that works. This is something that was probably being worked on for a long period of time. And it's frustrating to see how people they don't understand how time works and how long projects can take, right? So it's incredibly stupid and incredibly frustrating. And a lot of people are just very, very stupid when it comes to this type of stuff. So that was one of the situations I wanted to talk about, because they're calling Bao a liar, which is false. You know, the proof is there. The proof is actually there of what actually fucking happened. They're calling Shy Lily a mean girl, which, again, the proof is there for Cinder. I get that people really want Cinder to come back. And, you know, to be honest with you, I want Cinder to come back too. I want Cinder to come back and be better than ever and become a humble person. I want that, because I feel as though Cinder still has an opportunity to be a great VTuber in the space again, even after all the bullshit. Because, again, if you learn from your mistakes and understand where you fucked up on, who am I to tell you you don't get a second chance, right? It's just how it is. But people are just, they're so ready to jump on like everybody else is wrong with Cinder, when in all actuality, guys, like, Cinder is the one that was wrong. You don't have to like it. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to understand it completely, but there is a reason why the collective majority of VTubers who are in the space, including small ones that have no fucking say in the matter or haven't been affected directly, all universally agree for the, like, I'm pretty sure 95% think that Cinder was in the wrong in the situation, and it's clear as day. And if you're going to sit there and say that it's not, I feel like